Warm welcome. I am acutely aware of the fact that I am what's standing between you guys and the presentation that everybody wants to hear from the medical professionals. So being acutely aware of that, I promise you guys I'm going to get through this as soon as I can. And really, before I get started, I wanted to tell you, and especially for those of you who are Summit veterans, what an honor and a privilege it is to be part of this meeting. The two summits are my favorite meetings of the year because this is my 6th year doing this, and I get to come back and I get to see old friends. And it's just such a fun and exciting thing. And I know that travel sometimes is a little bit difficult for folks, so I'm just so thankful for everybody that's here and the fact that I get to spend a little time with you. So, with that, okay. Thank you, but it was truly my BCAN colleagues who led the applause there. So I think the ballot box was stuffed a little bit. Okay, what I'm going to talk about today is, as you have heard several times, BCAN turns 20 next year. And while we're not quite old enough to drink, we are going to celebrate 2 decades of the privilege of helping people in the bladder cancer community. As part of that, I'm going to tell you about the exciting activities. We'll have our 20th anniversary walks too, because I'm sure many of you have heard about our walks to end bladder cancer. We have a redesigned everything next year. The BCAN logo is going to change. The BCAN website is going to change. Our app is going to change. And we may get a little bit of a sneak peek of that. We'll have to see. And you all... Okay, I guess you guys heard Andrea talk, and she said that if we spilled the beans about the new BCAN logo, that I would kill someone. It's not quite true, but we'll just see how the presentation goes. And you'll have a decision to make about BCAN merch, too. So we're going to talk about that as well. I'm going to blow through these because our 20th year is going to be a year-long celebration of our community. And there will be activities throughout the year, but some of the cool ones that are going to be taking place, and I'll touch on these briefly in a little bit more detail in the next slide. 20th anniversary photo mosaic. We will have a Voices of Hope 20th anniversary podcast series that are going to take place throughout the year. 20 years, 20 voices. Has anybody read the patient stories on our website? Anybody read those? Okay. Well, there will be 20 patient stories telling 20 new bladder cancer journeys in the coming year. Later on in the year, we're going to ask you guys to send us some video, and in 20 seconds, please tell us what you think of the bladder cancer community, maybe a little bit about your journey, maybe a little bit about what you think about BCAN too. For the first year ever, we're going to have a Partner in Progress program, and in 9 out of the 12 months, we're going to be featuring one of our corporate partners and really just showcasing their commitment to bladder cancer patients and families and some of the resources that they offer as well. For Alina, who is in here somewhere, she's our photographer. There's Alina. Alina is actually our patient story person as well, but she also does on social media our Person of the Week, that really cool series. But what we're going to do next year on social is we're going to be telling 20 stories of people in our community who do some amazing volunteer work. Because the BCAN staff, a lot of folks are here now, but BCAN is 100% volunteer driven, thanks to the dedication and the efforts of many of the people in this room. We're going to have a super cool interactive timeline of how BCAN has grown over the years. That's going to be on our website. And for the first time ever, next May, beginning on May 1, we are going to have a public service announcement series. So PSA, it's not done yet, but thanks for the applause. Now, really, for the first time ever, we are going to reach outside of this community and attempt to raise awareness of bladder cancer and its signs and symptoms, and on a big scale, try to save lives. So, thank you. Thank you. So, a little bit more detail. The photo mosaic I mentioned in the prior slide. beginning in January on our website, I'm going to ask everybody, if you're so inclined, to send us a picture. That picture could be of you. It could be of you and someone in your family, maybe someone ringing the bell after their treatments have ended. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a big photo mosaic. So that mosaic is going to get printed and it's going to be shown in the BCAN offices, but there's going to be an electronic version that we're going to share with everybody as well, because this is our community, the faces of the people that we serve at BCAN. And I'm really excited about the photo mosaic. Anybody here listen to our podcast? Okay, so for those of you who don't, please do. But next year, we're going to be featuring a short series called Voices of Hope. And many of the guests we have now on our podcast are medical professionals who talk about new treatments, new advances in the field. But what the Voices of Hope are going to be short podcasts interviewing folks, regular patients and caregivers who are going to talk about the reasons why they have hope for the future of bladder cancer research and treatment. Alina, who is around here somewhere as well, she is our patient story person, so we're going to feature 20 new stories, as I mentioned in the prior slide, as well as this is a picture of our BCAN Person of the Month, but we're going to feature 20 volunteers throughout the year too. So if you're interested in being one of the featured folks, Alina's your person right there, and her email address is on the slides too. BCAN is a lot of things, but one of the things we like to do is we like to extend our celebrations in our community into our walks to end bladder cancer. And those are going to take place in 17 cities next spring. And we have new cities of Cleveland, St. Louis, and Tampa. And if you're near a walk, I wholeheartedly encourage you to participate because they truly are celebrations of life and community. If you don't have one near you and choose to do a virtual walk, you can get your friends and family to join you. You can walk around the block. You can walk on your favorite dog route. You can walk around your kitchen island. But we just encourage you to participate and be part of that fun too. And for anybody who wants to do the QR code, I might pause for a second. I see one person with their phone out right there. So just tell me when you're done, and I'll advance the slide. Updated branding. The way that we talk about ourselves is going to change next year because we're 20. And I gave it a lot of thought. And the way that we look, our branding elements, our logo, hasn't really changed in that 20 years. And as BCAN has grown and evolved, we wanted some branding elements that would truly reflect the modern organization that we have become. So, as Andrea said, I'm pretty protective of the branding, but we're all among friends here, right? Yeah. So if I show you guys anything, you're not going to tell anyone, right? Not going to tell anyone. Yeah, and we have phones out too. So is everybody ready? I said, is everybody ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Patricia, you covered up my slide. I swear to God, I gave her slides and it had the new logo right on there. So I would boo too. I really would. But as part of that, we're going to do a facelift on our website, and we call it a reskin. And we're going to implement the new branding and the new color scheme. Now, do you guys trust me enough to advance this slide and give you a sneak peek at the website? Nope. Sorry, everybody, because that's coming soon, too. And really what we want to do is we want to build anticipation. So as of January 2nd, set an alarm. Please wake up, because when you go to beacon.org, you're going to see our new branding elements. And that is going to be, of course, our logo. It's going to be the look and feel of BCAN. It's going to be the font even, but it is a fundamental change in the way we talk about ourselves. So we're super excited for that, too. So sorry about the false starts there. I tried to get through, but again, Patricia put the coming soon signs on there. So blame her. I was going to share it with everybody. Yeah, poor Patricia, boo. One thing that I can tell you that is an exciting enhancement that's going to come to our website next year is for those of you who are familiar with it, we have a state resource map. So you visit a page on the site, you click on your particular state, and you can get statistics about bladder cancer, but you also can find NCI designated and NCCN facilities, which are the large academic centers. Now, about 70% of bladder cancer patients are treated in local facilities and not in the large academic hospitals. So we worked on this problem for a bit. And working with a partner, we are going to go out to local urology practices and we're going to encourage them to submit their information to us. It's not just going to be demographic information, but the type of services they provide, the languages in which they provide them. There's going to be a variety of things. So probably in Q2 of 2025, when you visit this section, you'll be able to type in your zip code, and then the website will spit out a list of the large academic centers, of course, but it also will give you local urology practices where you might seek out treatment as well. And I'm super excited about this. This is going to be on the website, and it's going to be on our app too. So coming soon. Speaking of the app, now I'm really going to pause now in case anybody wants to scan and they want to download the app from Google Play or the Apple App Store. If you haven't seen our app, it is designed to help you manage your bladder cancer journey on your mobile device, on your phone. So if you download this, when you look at it, from the very first screen that you get, you're going to have the ability to search for a clinical trial near you. You have the ability to find the state resources I just referred to as well. You're going to also have the opportunity, and it's listed all the way to the right in that screenshot, to search for different types of treatments which might be an option for you. So when you go and you talk to your medical team, you can say, hey, I read about antibody drug conjugates. Might that be something that would be good for me too? So this will get a new look and feel too, but fundamentally we are super excited about the app. Even when you pull it out, you can keep track of your doctor's appointments on it. You can make notes to talk to your doctor too. And like everything we do at BCAN, this is completely free. Merch. Okay, here is the current BCAN logo, and you have a choice coming up for the rest of the year and as of January. If you like what will be the classic look, I urge you to rush to the BCAN store and get your classic merch. If you are excited about, and of course everybody saw the new branding and the new logo, so if you liked it, it's not just going to say coming soon. We're going to have all new merch in the BCAN store. If you'd like to show your pride, get a nice hat, get a rain jacket, it's all going to be there as well. So in summary, I want to say it is such a privilege to be here again, and we are so excited to celebrate with you guys next year and to really honor our community and enjoy the fact that BCAN has been here for 20 years. And thanks to the efforts of people like Andrea, who is unfortunately retiring on us, we're going to do it for another 20 years, and we're going to come up with things that we never even dreamed of right now that could be of service to the bladder cancer community. So look for a whole bunch of fun activities on January 2nd. Our first e-newsletter of the year is going to go out with many of these things too. And again, I recognize that I'm what's standing between you and those wonderful medical professionals over there. So what I'm going to do now is pipe down, stop talking, and say thank you very much. Thank you.